Okay, we're going to wind it down a little bit here. We're going to conclude here. But there's a few other things that we have to say before we go. We was talking off tape about a post-racial society and the concerns that you had with how I wrote the article. And what I was alluding to in the article. And I think it's best to put this on tape as just basically explain exactly what it was that was the concern.
Well, I am operating, I believe, in my mind, I am operating under the idea from Gandhi. He says, you must become the change you wish to see. And I really wish to see a post-racial era. I believe that, in fact, that is the greatest promise of President Obama, that he would help usher in a post-racial era. And to me, you know, no one's defined what this post-racial era is, but I have, for me, defined that the post-racial era means that my actions and my thought patterns are not racially based. All right, and yet we're seeing things like that event of my video, or that video of me at the 9/12 event was being couched entirely in racial terms, and it should have been void of it. There was no racial significance going on there except symbolically. Substantively, there was nothing racial about it. All right, symbolically, I can easily see how those in the old false racial construct would see race as a consideration, but it wasn't. I was operating as a post-racial consideration. If I had silenced myself because these people were black, I would have been behaving racially. The fact is, they were trespassing. That's a fact. The cops told them to leave. They didn't. They were trespassing. That is an absolute fact.
No,
all right? And if I did not do anything about that, all right, then I'm not doing anything about it simply because of race. Is that the reason? Or am I not doing about it because I'm a citizen who remains silent when a crime is taking place before their very eyes? Which one should I categorize myself? Well, neither one of those are acceptable to me.
Well, I think it's not so much that if you wanted to react towards them because...
I didn't want to, I felt I had to.
If you felt you had to react towards them because you felt that they were doing something that they should not have been doing, I can't fault you for that. My concern came out of the fact that...
I appreciate your concern, and I do understand your concern. Okay, and I'm only seeking to have my concern understood here, which is that I am living in a post-racial reality. You know, I live in what you call a multiracial marriage. Right? I live on the cutting edge, and that's respect. All right, this is not a new thing to me. I feel the pains of...
It's getting better. It's not on the cutting edge anymore. We should say that. You're not alone anymore.
I'm just less alone, but it's still cutting edge. You know, I wake up every day. I go to sleep every day. All right, looking at someone of a different race to me. I share the same. I share the same shower, the same soap, same toothpaste. Okay.
My partners are just pretty much the
This is what I call. This is what I call an example of post-racial behavior. All right, and to be called or be suggested that I am a racist using an old racial construct. By the way, I would point out to you, as I think this might have been off camera as well, but I believe that we're getting stomped on by the ruling class here. Democrats, Republicans, the political class, I really consider them largely one of the same party. They're really virtually indistinguishable from each other.
You actually did put this on the tape, but say it again. Say it again, it's important.
And I believe this concept of dividing us by races is actually, you know, an ancient technique of ruling classes to divide the people. Everyone knows.
Didn't I tell you? I told you this yesterday.
You knew it because
I'm talking to the cameraman for those who don't know.
You knew it because I put it on one of the comments on the video.
First of all, Fred Hampton of the Black Panther Party back in the day said racism was a byproduct of capitalism. And the reason why he was
it's a byproduct of power, but not of capitalism.
No, I'm gonna tell you where he's going with that. I mean, because it's a bigger picture.
The vision of racism occurred long before capitalism existed. So you cannot blame capitalism.
It's about nationalism, and this is it's the nationalism that does it. And one of the reasons why I just despise nationalism, because nationalism is basically using your culture and your heritage as a weapon. It's also, in a sense, basically trying to tell people how you can be of your culture and heritage when you already are that. And when you talk about how the ruling class likes to pit black and white against each other, that's absolutely true. Or any race. or anybody for that matter. We don't even have to divide by racial lines. It's just us versus them helps them stay on top.
But that false racial construct that you and I both agree is a false racial construct.
It is false.
But the reality is when we write articles like the one that I saw, that contributes to that falsehood.
But
and I'm standing here trying to say, no, I'm going to stand with the truth. I'm going to call that a falsehood, which is just what it is.
Okay.
And I'm glad to hear that you agree with me. And I hope that your future articles will be more forward-looking to the post-racial era and less to the despicable racial past.
Unfortunately,
I hope that.
Unfortunately,
that's my hope.
I'll be honest with you. That's what we do. That's how we do. That's how we approach it.
I mean, I have to ask you this one simple question.
Okay, go.
In your article, you said on the face of it, it's a black man chasing out 3 black girls or something like that, right?
Right.
In the photo you have on that article has a couple black people in it, me, and my wife. It was yellow, but you didn't see that in your article. You were completely blind to it in your article. No, your article said on the face of it. There's the picture.
Okay, on the face.
On the face of it. I'm looking at it. On the face of it, looks like black, yellow, and white.
Right.
On the face of it, but you wrote on the face of it is black and white. You made my wife invisible.
But,
you made her invisible.
It was on the face.
Did you read The Invisible Man?
Listen.
Did you read The Invisible Man?
Never read The Invisible Man.
You should. It's an excellent book, written in the 50s by a guy named Ellison, I believe.
Yeah, Ralph Ellison. But see, here's the thing.
That's exactly how you treated my wife.
Absolutely.
Like she was invisible. And I have to object to that too.
Hey,
she asked me to object to it, I'm so doing it, okay?
Sorry, ma'am. But the thing is, it was on the face of it, that's the way it looked. But remember what I said
But
further,
only on the face of it if you're blinded by a false racial construct.
But look what I said in the paragraph. We was trying to make heads or tails about it because we wasn't going to just call you out that way. Grant, now remember, I was there. I was there. There were some knuckleheads.
Oh yeah.
There were some.
Yeah. In fact, you know, when I was walking down that parade route that morning, I found the most fascinating scene. You know, Lyndon LaRouche crowd. They're at every.
They don't count as anything.
No.
When's the last time they ever did anything worth
I know.
a damn?
They're a laugh. Every time I see him, I laugh. But basically, you know, they always, they show up at every protest, I swear, and they always have their favorite target painted with a Hitler mustache, right? Every one. And they're no different here. This time Obama had a Hitler mustache. They had this big, let me finish. They had this big banner they're holding with 2 poles. A picture of Barack Obama with a Hitler mustache.
I gotta stop.
No, this is important.
All right, go.
So I'm walking down the parade with my wife and I see an argument's going on. There's a black guy yelling at another black guy who's holding the pole. A white woman's holding the other pole. And this black guy keeps yelling that it's not okay for him to hold the pole. It's okay for her to hold the pole, but he can't hold the pole because of his race. All right? Now, here's the other fascinating thing. I see this video. I actually talked to the guy who's seeing the video. I said, "You gonna put that on YouTube?" He said, "Cool." I said, "Great, I'll catch it then." And I continued on my way because it was kind of like getting redundant, you know. So I saw it on YouTube. All right, about 3 or 4 days later, and I'm watching it, and I get distracted, and I can't find the damn thing anymore. What's going on with this? I'm very disappointed by that. Someone out there, if you see this video and you can give me a link to that other one, please send it to me. Because not only did I personally witness it, I did see it was on YouTube for a period. And it may still be there, I just maybe didn't find it. I got distracted, didn't bookmark it.